Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So yesterday, newsletter went out about what we've been talking about sort of up to this point this week of Tantra as a philosophy that includes the senses, the sensory system, the sexuality, the relationship of our spirit and our body. And we've been working this week on left side, right side, lunar, solar, how they meet, how they're needed, how the change between the two is necessary for us to meet up in the center. And so if you didn't get that, it should be up on the website. So important to understand the role of our senses as tuning into these two parts, these two forces that we have. And so welcome. Three more sequences for Svadhistana. My name is Martha McAlpin, and this is our practice to find the great good of your good, the kundalini, the very cream of your energy, that which takes the natural force of evolution that is in all things and gives us permission and gives us provocation to engage with it and evolve ourselves more fully. And so we are moving now, Sva, the self, adhistana, that which is established. We are moving in these last 3 repetitions of our sequence, making our way really into the heart of what this home, this bowl, this kunda, this hearth, home place of our own, what it means. So we've gotten the duality. We've gotten the fluidity, the way it allows us to shift, its dynamism. And Svadhistana is also, as these forces come together, in these last 3 we're considering our mastery. Because mastery of the self gives us sovereignty, and sovereignty is ownership of our power. This is when we make choices in alignment with what we understand ourselves to be, rather than making choices because it pleases someone else. Palms together, heart high. We begin. Om Namo, I bow to everything outside of me, guiding me, healing me, holding me. Guru Dev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me, rising to meet it all. 3 times. Inhale, tune in. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev. Roll your shoulders, roll your wrists. Our playlist begins at track 2. Take my leave of you. Setting your blocks and your blankets aside, we'll come to lie down. So start, take my leave of you. And lie on your back, knees bent, feet flat. Happy Friday. Arms wide or hands overhead, arching the back, tuck of the tail, and then round and tip the hips. Inhale as you roll the chest open. Exhale as you roll the spine down. Once you've found it, close your eyes and settle in. What do we have to leave behind to make the choices that are in our deepest alignment? What we're here to do? Whose opinions do we need to set down and graciously leave behind? Feel the loss. I have evolved beyond my parents' permission. I have evolved beyond my parents' approval, beyond the approval of my siblings, and that can feel like a loss. Feel it as needed, but let it go. You ready to be yourself? And pause neutral. When we make change, when we evolve, we make it possible for those around us to evolve. When we accept ourselves, knowing ourselves, we make it possible to be accepted more fully. We're actually leaving behind old mental assumptions. Widen your heels. Let your knees fall left. Pause, fall apart, just drop. And then your knees fall right, and you drop. And you move side to side without trying to please anyone, without trying for the A grade. You move because it's your movement. That's all. Try that. Long, deep breathing. All the way down, the breath into the hip joints. The breath across the back, the breath across the soles of your feet, the breath rolling from knee to knee. The hint of a smile. Three, 2, center. Left knee to your chest, interlace your fingers over the left shin, keep it close, right knee, keep it moving. Knee to chest, knee wide, flex point your feet, roll your ankles, And then with both feet flexed, keep the right knee moving up and around. And reverse. Good. Keep your right knee close, left leg long, and then knee to chest, out to the left. Find that circle. Reverse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot down, left ankle over right knee. Lift your head and shoulders, open and close. If you need to, hands behind your thighs, help yourself out, or open and close a little more swiftly if it feels right. Changing legs, right ankle over left knee. Three, 2. Feet down, hands wide or overhead, heels wider than your mat, a starfish. Bring your breath through your nostrils, down your body, and fill your pelvis with the sensation of light. So we use the mantra, the seed sound of VAM. V as in Victor, A-M, VAM, VAM. Using that, repeat it in your mind and bring that repetition down into the space of the low belly. Put the soles of your feet together. Put your hands to your low belly or to your hips. And in your mind, repeat on a pulse, VAM, VAM, VAM. An acknowledgement, an honoring, a respect of this space and its sound, its vibration, its pulse. Keep it going, 30 seconds, just this way. VAM, VAM. Three, 2. Arms wide or overhead. Bring your feet flat, knees together, feet together, and then open the knees and close. 3, 2, and feet flat. Walk your heels in. Press your feet straight down to lift your hips, knees together, feet close. And then drop your knees wide again and together. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Three, 2, 1. And roll your spine to the floor. Let your arms go wide. Draw your heels up high. Widen your legs. Put the left foot down, the right foot on top. The right foot up and over to the right. Let both feet drop to the right and pause, turning your navel left. Flexing the left foot, opening the back of the left knee. Up and over. Left foot down, the right on the left. Keep the turn, pause, turn your navel to the right. Flex your right foot, open the back of the right knee. And both legs wide, hands on the inner thighs. Open the backs of both knees. Press the thighs into the hands. Open your feet, broaden your back. Three. 2. 1. Knees bend and come together. And roll over. Build your seat. Come to sit right in the middle. Heels wide. Knees bent, toes up. Interlace your fingers and circle. If you need to, you can prop blocks under the backs of your knees or extend your legs. It all depends. Don't overextend the backs of your knees. And when you're ready, when you're stable, close your eyes and find that circle. Reverse. Smaller. Reverse. Bring it in. A little closer. Reverse your direction. Small, close, quick. Even out left hamstring, right hamstring. Front, back of the low belly. Through the ribs. 3, 2. Pause tall. And the legs out long, the knees bend, the toes are up. As you reach forward, open your hands, thumbs up, and then exhale, fold your fingers back. Work from your feet. Steady there, or the hands open as you come up, as though you were climbing a rope. Three, 2. Hands high, cross your legs, little cups in your hands, open your elbows, inhale. 3 more, fill it up. Tuck your chin hard up. In your mind, repeating Svadhistana, Svadhistana. Down at the base, near the pelvic floor, or Vam, Vam, Vam. Continue that pulse, breathing out when you need to, breathing back in. Hold the breath up and in, and repeat the pulse in your mind. Vam, 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 Vam. And chin up, breath out, elbows down, spine tall. Notice. Can that pulse begin to reside within you? And with that pulse, with that activation, is the wisdom of both the polarities, the solar, the lunar. Within that pulse is the opportunity to feel and to choose and to navigate who you are and will be. That's everything in that pulse. Come to stand. Unfolding your blanket one time. Your blocks up ahead and just outside of your little toes. Feet 2 fists apart. And then the knees bend and the hands come out. Drop your seat, lift your heart, stand up high. And exhale, bend your knees, sit down. Hands down, head down, lat. And stand. Opening and closing. One more, we'll go. Hands wide, knees bending, left foot stepping back, left knee down to the blanket, hands up high. As you drop your hands, shift your weight back. So you're deepening the crease of the right hip, and you're opening the front of the left hip without strain in the low back. And as the hips change, the shoulders release, the hands up high, the jaw softens. One more, hands high and folding down. Stepping the left foot up, sit down and stand tall. Knees bend, right foot back, right knee down to rise and fall. Think of the left hip, deepen the crease. Think of the right hip, open it like a jaw, like a mouth that has been clamped shut. No strain in the low back. And the hands down. The right foot steps up. Sit down, sweep wide, stand tall. And return a little more sovereignty. Knees bend, left foot back, a decision. Knee down, hands up. You are your own. Hands down. Your response to the outer world is a choice. And you're aware of it. Right hand up, left hand is held. And your hips move forward and back. You are balanced and strategic. And slowly coming forward, you are languid and spacious. Svadhistana, the home of all attributes, of all facets, who you are. Wide and down, left knee lifts. Stepping up, sit down, sweep wide, stand tall. How would you move with full sovereignty in your body? Right foot steps back, right knee down, make it yours. Move as if you were your own. Left hand holds the right wrist. That there is nowhere to apply. There is no resume. There is no approval. There is no price tag. You are valuable, worthy, and priceless. Slowly forward. Allow that in. Hands down, lift your right knee. Blocks aside. Stepping back, high plank, hips onto the blanket, knees bending, get a little momentum, rock back to child. So hips come forward onto the blanket, chest lifts, elbows in, back. Roll forward. Good. As you come forward, you'll pause, lifting the heart, elbows in to look right, to look left, and to the center. Rock back, forward, lift, look right, look left, up and back. Tuck of the chin, drop your head, elbows down, palms together, thumbs up, drop your head. Work here or bend the elbows, walk your elbows forward, drop your head between them, and open the sides of the shoulders and the back body. Coming up, build your seat, legs crossed, heart high, hands on blocks. At the end of class today, I'll speak on money, because it's often said that money and our finances reside in Svadhistana. Hands down, lift your hips. Sit down, hands up. But we can only understand that money lives here if we understand that our acceptance of ourselves lives here. And with that acceptance, our level of self-worth and our self-valuation. And money is just a manifestation of our valuation, what we are willing to be worth. Hands up. Now you may work here. Hands on blocks is a great modification. Press the outer feet or make fists. Thumbs on the outside of the fists. Press down, lift your hips, inhale. Even if you're simply rocking forward, pressing down, you're building agency. Not just physical strength or prowess. You're building agency. Agency is activated choice, self-initiated. You're not doing it for anyone, you're doing it for yourself because it expresses a choice. Stay. You are the agent of your choice. That's sovereignty. Sit down. Take action. Press your hands, lift your hips. Mastery. We are not triggered or triggerable. Sit down, hands up. And down. Because that's my power, and I won't give it to you. Sit down. Not by accident, not like that. One more press. You are the sovereign of your power. And we rise. Little cups. Open the elbows, drop the shoulders, press into the heels of your hands. Inhale. 3 sips. Tuck the chin hard up, pulse the pelvic floor. Vam, 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 vam. The home of this power, the home of your worth, the home of your mastery of yourself, of your space. Chin up, breath out, elbows down. We can't speak of money or worth until we've learned how to feel. And in feeling, how to accept. And accepting to understand that's all our power. If we're waiting for someone else to accept us, if that's why we're taking action, it is misplaced. Hands almost to touch, open and close. The movement is initiated at the hips. When we're in full acceptance of ourselves, we can hear when others accept us. It doesn't fall off. The compliments stick. They adhere because they're true. Our own thoughts of ourselves are what really we're here to clarify, to see, to get inside, to get beyond a place of oceanic acceptance. The sacred. The self. When we live from this place of self-worth, we become exemplars. People see us, they see that quality, that unshakable acceptance of ourselves, our forgiveness, the stories falling away as lessons. 3, 2, 1. Hands wide, little cups. Inhale. Heart up, chin in. Open the elbows. And in your mind, repeat. Vam. In the pelvis. Find the pulse. Find the pulse. Breathe out when you need to. Breathe in again. And pause and pulse. Vam. Vam. I am willing to be the agent of my power. Vam. I am establishing my home frequency. And exhaling, hands down. That no matter the storms, the jobs that come and go, the homes found and lost, the lives we share and release, in those storms we are safe in ourselves. Hands up, fists or blocks, reach down, press, rise, and release. Good. Last 2 fingers fold in. First 2 fingers point out. Move from the hips. Work here, warm it up. When you're ready, lift the elbows. Old shoulder injuries, if you need to, stay here. Arms straight as you can. Steady. It's not athleticism. Round, the low belly falling toward the back. And as you drop the seat upright again, the spine follows. You're just rolling through the spine. Hands up. Steady breath. A little tremble in the body, perhaps. Navel back towards spine. Tail down. Open your hands and shake it wide and down. And be still. The watery element, the reminder that all of us, this surface, practical, mortal self, is constant change. And then choosing, how's your seat? Does it feel tight because you've been seated? Do you feel rounded and trapped? If so, you can sit on a chair, you can sit on a couch, or you can come to stand. How's your energy? Does it feel balanced or does it feel constrained? Does it need to be cleared? If so, stand it up. If it feels balanced, sit it down. Hands wide, thumbs to the palms, fingers over the thumbs. We wind. Stromboli on your playlist. Long, steady breath. Body moves as it needs to move. The eyes close. Find a rhythm, find a pulse. So in that desire for worthiness, for acceptance, for value, to feel valued, to feel worthy, to feel loved, all of this here in the low belly, all the ways we alter ourselves to get that, let it out. You with you. You are the sovereign. Go. And with that daring and strength and momentum, change. Old stories falling away. Yesterday, the moment before. We have to keep shaking it off, making space, polishing the present moment right here. What choices would you make if you were wholly accepted by yourself? Be rearranged. Where are you holding? Where are you forcing? Where are you creating current? Where are you blocking your own current? Go. Maybe you need to move. Maybe you need to be so steady. Only you know. And both are available. You got big decisions to make? Feel it out right here. Three, two. Inhale. Tight fist. Cross the forearms. Press. Stay. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let go. In. Close. Cross. Press. Stay. Stay with no rigidity. Stay with no blockage. Stay with all freedom and let go. Sit it down. Legs crossed. Blocks up in front, hands to blocks. A little forward fold. Crease the hips, walk the seat back, and then hands to shoulders, in and up, and out and down. So as you reach up, open your elbow. And as you fall down, widen. You It changes your breath. Good, little fold. Here's your stability. Work it if you need to, or cross your forearms, press your forehead to your forearms. Here's your stability. Keep that fold through the hips and the spine, but instead of weight in the hands, weight in the head met by the arms. Or to take that stability further inside, shoulders, elbows, hips, one line. Navel to spine, chin lightly in, slow it down. We build our stability so that we can honor the feelings that others experience and the way they fly off the handle and the way the drama kicks up in their life. And yet we can stay steady and safe in our space, in ourselves, without giving up our power. They don't make us feel one way or another. Hand down, reach out. Left hand down, right hand over. Take that back into yourself. You can't make me feel. I choose. And on the huge, overwhelming experiences, I choose to grieve, I choose to celebrate, I choose to let it overwhelm me. It's necessary for a moment, for many moments. I choose to return, I choose to call for help. Palms together, keep the movement of your spine. Go further in. Thumbs to the forehead, go further in. Movement of the spine, hands overhead, almost to touch. Go further in. You're seated at the bottom of the ocean. Your hands are the waves above. The storms shift the surface, but you are steady. A little quicker. We can experience the world, this movement, this light and dark, heavy and easy. But this seat of ours is our home. Steady. Be moved and stay steady. We are both. Little cups, hands wider than hips, shoulders down, heart up, breathe in, 3 sips. Pause in the mind, Svadhistana, Svadhistana, Svadhistana. Keep that pulse breathing out, breathing in. Keep that breath, keep that power. Svadhistana, Svadhistana, Svadhistana. And chin up, breath out, elbows down. Feel that pulse. Think of that language, I made this pulse, versus you made me feel angry. Make it yours. I made this pulse. This is where we have our mastery. Set your blocks aside, come to lie down on your back. Knees bent, feet flat, shoulders to the floor. Interlace your fingers behind the back of your head. Elbows wide. As you press your elbows wide, it will lift the heart towards your head. Lift the heart towards your head and lift the chin towards the crown of your head. And the back of your neck grows long and stable. Heels down, hips up and down. Without the knees flaring wide, see if you can keep the base of your big toe steady and the inner heel steady. And from that steadiness, simply allow the hips up and down. Three, two. Sit the hips down, walk your legs out long. Open the backs of your knees, rest on the heels. And draw your breath long, smooth, and slow. Through the nostrils, through the body, down into the pelvis. And with your mind, a mental repetition, Svadhistana, or VAM. Seeing there an orange pulse of light. Continue the pulse 30 more seconds. Stay with it. Let it become constant and steady. Walk your feet in. Rest your weight in your heels. Release your hands. Rest your hands on your body. Feel the shoulders fall. Feel the body grow quiet. And your knees to the right and your cross-legged seat slowly returns. Any blanket, sock, sweater, layer, stay warm from your movement. Left hand lands on the thigh. Left thumb and first fingertip touch. Right hand to rise. First two fingers together, folding down, and similar to yesterday, 6 rounds without the break in the middle. If it's new to you, take it steadily, 3 or 4 counts in, same count out. If it's familiar to you, let it be 6 counts, maybe 8. Take your time without forcing, without grabbing. Take the 4th fingertip, reach across, close the left side just above the nostril. Breathe in and out through the right side only. Seeing in your mind the entire right side body and left side brain. And allowing this breath of the right side nostril to fill and illuminate the right side body. All the ways in which we structure our lives according to order and routine, consistency, the delivery of a project, showing up on time for dinner. Weekly chores. Let it go. Right hand, tip of the thumb, close the right side just above the nostril. Breathe in and out through the left. The breath becoming smooth. Awareness through the whole left side body and right side brain. Awakening the listening one. The adaptive, the intuitive. The fluctuations that we encounter through a full month. The ups and downs. The cycles of the seasons. Breathe in the mouth and out the mouth. Close the right, in left, 2, 3, 4. Close left, out right, 2, 3, 4. In right. Close right, out left. Continue 5 more rounds like that, without trying to find the fullest capacity of your breath. Just a natural in and out directed through each side. At the conclusion of your left side exhalation, take your right hand down and breathe in and out through both nostrils. Notice the sensation, the state of mind. We'll do the same 3 rounds, but with a pause. And in that pause, we let the power, we let the impression of that pause build. Right hand, first 2 fingers down, closing the right side. Breathe in the mouth, out the mouth. Breathe in left, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Out right, 2. Navel to spine. Pause closed, 2, 3, 4. In right, 2, 3. Fill the chest. Pause. Out left. Empty the navel. Pause, empty. In left. Pause both, full. Out right. Pause, empty. In right. Pause, full. Neither liking nor disliking the fullness. Out left. Pause, empty. Neither liking nor disliking the emptiness. In left. Pause both, free. Out right. Pause both, free. In right. Pause both. Out left. Pause both. Right hand down, normal breathing. Be still. Let your body be still. Notice the low belly, the activation there, the strength there, the home there. Delight in your own frequency. Delight in a full-bodied acceptance of this glorious, quick life that is yours. Let our reflex be one of great thanks. Life is a gift. Sweep wide, reach high, inhale. Palms together, thumbs to the forehead, center, I am this, Sat Nam, 8 count Sat, 2 count Nam. Inhale. Sat Nam. Sat Nam, I see myself. Namaste, I see you. So as you pack up today, and I speak to you as you do, as you get ready, as you return to the day, consider how we have moved into Svadhistana. At first we just needed to move, get something shifting so we could feel. And in the feeling we could widen our range. And we could notice. And from that noticing we could choose, and with that choice we could nourish. With that nourishing, we're creating power. So why is it then that money, sex, work are all known to be here in Svadhistana? Full experience of myself includes how I feel. But we needed to understand the sifting of feelings, the discernment, the quick, sloppy, historical story that kicks up, not interested. But knowing how that really lands with me, important. Understanding my experience, I understand myself. Understanding myself, again, discerning, choosing, acquiring, I keep this, I release that, evolving. So that eventually we have this radical, full acceptance of myself, light and dark, past and present, full-bodied, oceanic, radical acceptance of myself. Then I'm not seeking it from anyone else. Then I can't be unseated. If I, as a mother, look at my child and my child wants a cookie and therefore my child acts up, I have the option of just giving the cookie so the child will hush and go away. But then by doing that, I've lost my power with the child to say stop and have them believe me as a legitimate statement. I don't have any power anymore. They took the power. They took the cookie. Giving them the cookie is giving them the ability to take what they want, and I'm doing that so they'll stop their behavior. To stay sovereign in myself, I look at my child eventually and say, you know what? No. Because whenever you get upset and you want a cookie and I give you a cookie, you just do it again. So no. And then they get upset. And eventually, after a while, they realize that the being upset doesn't do any good. Or maybe it does for them and they tire themselves out. I'm not sure. But that's not where I'm going to go with you. If I am sovereign in myself, I become a lightning rod and say, I see your charge. I hold this space. Where do you need to go? You are not upset with me. You are upset. I did not make you sad. You feel sad. You ever try to tell a joke and it doesn't work? It's the same. I can't make you laugh. Our power is our own. And money is a way in which we have decided as a society to value power. But money won't save you, and money won't protect you, and money won't harm you. Money wields no power. We wield the power. And so money is an aspect of Svadhisthana simply because of the relationship to worth and the relationship to acceptance and the relationship to each other and seeing that value. Oh, you make a lot of money, you must be more valuable than me. Because we've lost our own intrinsic understanding of our value. So I'm going to read you 3 quick sentences, and maybe you've already gone, and I wish you well. Money in and of itself wields no power, and it can't hurt me, and it can't save me, never can. No amount of money will keep me safe, and no amount of money will destroy me. I alone hold the power, and money is the tool, the manifestation of my power, my authority, my clarity, my truth. So our sovereignty is our understanding of our self-worth. That we are not given a price tag for what we provide. I let you set the price. I let you set the donation. You know what this means to you, and you know what will bring you here. You know the value of your time in this practice. It is not a measure of my quality. It is a measure of your value of this time with yourself. And when you choose that, you do not name my price or my value. But I do want you to wield your own power, and we so rarely get to. So, this is how Svadhistana lives within us. This is how understanding and acceptance allow us to understand money and its role in Svadhistana. So we did sex the last 2 days. We did money today. We're coming in. The big picture. I'll see you tomorrow for vinyasa. I will conclude the vinyasa class tomorrow with our kriya. So we'll do a larger warm-up, 60 minutes of vinyasa, and then our kriya starts here, right? I will use the last half hour to do what we do in our weekly classes. And then I will see you on Sunday for our last one. Sat Nam.